This episode of Against the Odds is brought to you by Card Kingdom. To pick up the deck and support the show, follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. So last week, we didn't have an Against the Odds poll because this week we are doing a special episode, and this special episode brought to you by Jace the Mind Sculptor being unbanned in the format. So, as you probably know, we've kind of been working our way through Planeswalker Tribal decks slowly but surely over the course of the last, year or something. And now, with the unbanning of Jace the Mind Sculptor, it is the perfect time to try out Jace Tribal in Modern. So, that's what we're doing today. Kind of a blue-white control shell built around taking advantage of a whole bunch of different Jaces. So a quick reminder before we break down Jace Tribal for Modern. If you enjoyed this deck and you enjoy Against the Odds in general, it would be so cool of you if you could take a quick second, click that subscribe button down in the corner of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Jace Tribal, starting with Jace the Mind Sculptor, kind of the reason we are playing the deck. So Jace the Mind Sculptor is just the best of the Jaces, maybe the best of the Planeswalkers, perhaps even the best card in Modern. It is just so insanely good, and Jace the Mind Sculptor kind of sets the foundation of what our deck is trying to do. So when you think about a Planeswalker Tribal deck, the challenge is finding something that ties all the Planeswalkers together and being able to take advantage of that. For Jace, if there's one ability that Jace has, pretty much all versions of Jace, it is drawing a card. And Jace the Mind Sculptor is kind of the poster child for that, with the 0 mana Brainstorm ability. So that is kind of how we're trying to win the game, by drawing tons of cards with a ton of different Jaces, and then using that card draw as basically our finisher. So Jace the Mind Sculptor, of course, does a bunch of other things. If we can get our opponent empty-handed and kind of low on resources, the +2 Fate Seal, very, very good way to close out the game. We can bounce creatures to protect our other Jaces, ultimate pretty much game winning, but the real payoff here is just brainstorming, and we're trying to build a deck where the brainstorm ability on Jace the Mind Sculptor is the way that we can win the game. So in support of Jace the Mind Sculptor, we have a plethora of other Jaces. So our cheap Jaces, we have Jace Friends Prodigy, Jace Bellerin, and one of the cool things about Jaces in general is, even though we only got 2 Jace Friends Prodigy, 1 Jace Bellerin, we're going to find our cards pretty constantly because we are drawing so many cards with this deck that we're going to find our 1-ups, find our 2-ups. Jace Friends Prodigy fits the theme of our Jace Tribal deck, letting us loot, which counts as drawing a card, flipping around into a Planeswalker. It's almost better on the loot side, assuming it lives. Jace Bellerin, Party Jace, gives us a way to just repeatedly draw cards. We can force our opponent to draw cards if that happens to be beneficial, and sometimes it can be in our deck for reasons we'll get to in a minute. After the little Jaces, we have Jace Architect of Thought, which is kind of the oddball Jace, because it's the one Jace in our deck that doesn't actually draw cards. It generates card advantage, but the way it generates card advantage is not through drawing cards. Instead, it's got like the mini Factor Fiction -2. The upside of Jace Architect of Thought is it's kind of our defensive Jace. It helps protect us from like a board full of Lingering Souls token, protect our other Jaces from that as well. So it's really helpful to keeping our other Jaces alive against go-wide decks. Jace the Mind Sculptor can deal with the one big threat. Jace Architect of Thought slows down the go-wide strategies. And generating card advantage, not bad, even though it's not really drawing cards. And then our big finishing Jaces, we have 5 mana Jaces, Jace Memory Adept, Jace Unraveler of Secrets. So the big deal about both of these cards is they draw us cards. +1, draw a card, mill a card for Jace Memory Adept. +1, scry 1, draw a card for Jace Unraveler of Secrets. Jace Unraveler of Secrets can kinda do the Jace Mind Sculptor unsummon as well, so more defense against one big threat. Jace Memory Depth, really good at milling people. We can potentially ultimate Jace Unraveler Secrets to kind of semi-lock our opponent out of the game. So we have a ton of Jaces, they're all drawing cards. Why is the question? Why do we care so much about drawing cards? And that is because our finishing plan, our way that we kind of tie all this card draw, all these Jaces together, is Sphinx's Tutelage. So Sphinx's Tutelage is just, whenever we draw a card, opponent mills 2 2 cards. If they share a color, they mill 2 more cards, etc., etc., etc. Keeps going. So the basic idea is we play our Sphinx's Tutelage with a bunch of Jaces out, and then let's say we brainstorm with Jace the Mind Sculptor. Our opponent's going to mill at least 6 cards, maybe more cards. Then we Jace Memory Depth, draw a card, trigger Sphinx's Tutelage, mill our opponent some more. We can also just 0 Jace Memory Depth to get even more mill, so it's a great finisher in our Jace Sphinx's Tutelage Tribal mill deck, which is basically what we're doing. So all of our Jaces drawing us cards, triggering our Sphinx's Tutelage, hopefully winning us the game. The rest of the deck is kind of based on the Sphinx's Tutelage idea. So Sphinx's Tutelage, apart from being our finisher, is also an enchantment. So the rest of the deck is kind of dedicated to protecting our Jaces, and we're doing that with enchantments for the most part. So Sphere of Safety is kind of like Ghostly Prison, but more expensive, but it's unique in that it says creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless they pay X for each enchantment that you control. So this means, unlike Ghostly Prison, which would protect our life total but not our Jaces, Sphere of Safety comes down, we got our Tutelage, we got other enchantments, makes it really hard for our opponent to kill our Jaces, which lets them sit out, draw cards, mill our opponent with Sphinx's Tutelage. Leyline of Sanctity protects our Jaces primarily from lightning bolts and other targeted redirect types of Valakut triggers going at our face, redirected to our Jaces. Also protects them from discard spells if we get it down on turn 0. The rest of our enchantments are about disrupting our opponent, kind of slowing them down a little bit. So Journey of Nowhere, Oblivion Ring is removal. Detention Sphere, another good answer to go wide decks like Lingering Souls tokens, exiling all of them. Ruined Halo, not as great as a creature removal spell, although it can be fine, but has the upside of also protecting us from the lightning bolt, being redirected to our Jace and other things like that. Spreading Seas and Search for Escanto round out our enchantment package. Spreading Seas is just to keep us alive against decks like Tron, also draws us a card, also an enchantment on the battlefield to support our Sphere of Safety that doesn't cost us a card. Search for Escanto flips around, finds us Jaces every turn, make sure we get as many Jaces on the battlefield as possible. Otherwise, we got a few rasps for dealing with creatures, including Terminus, Sweet with Jace Mind Sculptor, put it back on top of our deck. Serum Visions to set things up on turn 1, a single negate to deal with non-creature stuff, Mana Base, a bunch of blue-white duels, Field of Ruin, really good for shuffling with our Jace Mind Sculptor, also dealing with Tron lands and the like. Sideboard, bunch more removal. Wrath of God, Supreme Verdict, another Ruined Halo, Celestial Purge, some targeted hate, rest in peace for graveyard decks. Even though we're a blue-white control deck, we're not really using our graveyard, so we don't really mind rest in peace. Stony Silence for Affinity and Tron, Timely for burn and other aggro decks, more ley lines for heavy discard or heavy combo decks, negates also for combo or control to force our Jace through counters, and that is Jace Tribal, Sphinx's Tutelage, Card Draw Tribal, whatever you want to call it, Jace Tribal for Modern, and that's our Against the Odds deck for this week. So I'm super excited for this one. Any deck that wins by drawing cards and plays Sphinx's Tutelage, which, if you're new to the channel, Sphinx's Tutelage was basically Panharmonicon before Panharmonicon was Panharmonicon. And by that I mean, it was a card that I just built so many decks around when it was in Standard. It was like my favorite card to build around. But now, we get to bring it back in Modern with the help of Jace Mind Sculptor, brainstorming to mill away our opponent's deck, and a ton of other Jaces in support. So I think this deck's going to be really fun. Is it going to be good? I don't know if it's going to be good. I mean, it's got Jace Mind Sculptor, it's got good removal, it's got tons of Jaces, so it's got some good cards. Whether or not it's actually good, that remains to be seen, but I'm super excited to play Sphinx's Tutelage again, draw some cards, win the game. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, let's get to the video so you can see how it works. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoy Jace Tribal for Modern, and I will talk to you soon. If you're looking for a fashionable way to support the channel, make sure to check out the Ixalan t-shirt over at mtgoldfishmerch.com. Alright, against the odds time, we are playing some Jace Tribal, as you can see. Oh, look at that Jace curve. Look at that Jace curve in Modern. And we're going to keep this. We have a strong Jace curve, a little bit of defense, and a couple of lands. Well, if this is Scapeshift, negate could be okay. Mountain. Yep, it's Scapeshift. Sakura Tribe Elder. Well, Mystic Gate. Play Jace number 1. Vryn's Prodigy. Pass the turn. We have a lot of dead cards in this matchup. 4 is for our opponent. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. And there's a Lightning Bolt. Good God. Opponent. We'll play the Plains. Jace number 2. Party Jace. But we're not going to party and draw our opponent out of their mulligan. Instead, we'll just draw a card. Oh my God, they got double Lightning Bolt. That's unfortunate. And we draw Detention Sphere. We really need to get down this... Oh, Jace. Big Jace. Well, I guess this means we need to just randomly spreading seas to draw a land, hopefully. Alright, Colonnade, go. We need our opponent to do some whiffing here. Sakura Tribe Elder. And a land. Alright, opponent's out of cards. We might be okay. I mean, we gotta play Big Jace and just hope. So play Jace. Mind Sculptor. Better than all. Jace number 3. Brainstorm. Alright. Well, we found a land, but we don't get to shuffle away. Colonnade, go. Well, if our opponent draws a Titan this turn, it is very bad. Opponent getting in at Jace. Yep. We take it. Opponent passes. There's one of the detention spheres. Alright. Island. Unraveler of Secrets. Scry 1, draw a card. Detention sphere, definitely to the bottom. Memory Adept. Take up Jace. I think our opponent's going to shuffle away. Pass the turn. Well, if they draw Scapeshift this turn, we're dead. If they don't, we have 2 Jaces going. Oh, they just drew the Valakut? Okay. Opponent gets in. We'd love to find Ruined Halo. That's our best draw here. Opponent passes. Let's start with brainstorming with Jace. Put back Detention Sphere, Supreme Verdict. Play Flooded Strand. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. Scry draw. Colonnade bottom. Sphere of Safety. Well, let's play Leyline. And we might be getting there. The Jace lock is assembling. We're actually going to ultimate Jace Unraveler of Secrets in not too distant future. And our post scoops it up. 4 Jaces. 4 Jaces is enough. Oh, yes. All right, now we get to go to sideboarding and bring in cards that are actually somewhat helpful. Like more Leylines of Sanctity, another Ruined Halo, and the negates. We get to go down Wrath of God, Supreme Verdict, Terminus. Detention Sphere, Path. Bring in a Timely for a Path. I guess we try it like this. Oh, we played so many Jaces. Alright, well, we get to start with a Leyline of Sanctity, which means we're actually going to keep, because Leyline is good. The rest of our hand is not doing anything. Well, when your hand's not doing anything, Search for Iskanta is one of the best cards you can draw. Wooded Foothills, or accent. They can just win with Primeval Titan attacks, even if we're protected from dying to Valakut. Sakura Tribe Elder. Well, let's search. Pass the turn. No sack of the Sakura Tribe Elder. Opponent, getting in. 4-1. Down to 19. Another Sakura Tribe Elder, but missed their land drop. Interesting. Yeah, we'll mill Flooded Strand. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Gets a forest. Cracks. It's a mountain. Opponent. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to counter that. Opponent does miss their land drop, though. And passes. Search for Iskanta. Yeah, mill path. Serum Visions. Bottom the 2 lands. Play the plains. Pass the turn. Well, hopefully nothing horrible happens this turn. Because we can't negate, because we've drawn so many plains. There's a Valakut. Obstinate Baloth. That's fine. So now we get to Field of Ruin, Valakut. Grab an island. Opponent gets a mountain. Yep. And passes. Search for Iskanta. Playing Jace here is so greedy. Actually, we just can't. Yeah, we're going to mill Jace. Play Flooded Strand. Actually, we should probably Sphere of Safety. Let's crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. I mean, this is bad if our opponent goes Chandra or something. They shouldn't be able to Scapeshift. Well, they hit the land, so they can just play a Titan if they have one. Alright, Summoner's Pack. Gonna get the Titan, play the Titan. Yup, cracks. Gets a Cinderglade. Here's Primeval Titan. The good news is this means our opponent isn't going to get to attack with Titan next turn. Gets the Valakuts. No attacks. Nope. Opponent passes. Search for Iskanta. Ooh, Timely. Nah, we got to mill Timely. Transform. Ooh, Ruined Halo's interesting. That's going to be pretty good. So play the plains. Play second Sphere of Safety. So it costs 6 to attack right now, and our opponent has to pay 4 for this Summoner's Pack, so they don't get to attack with Titan this turn. And their Valakut triggers don't do anything with Leyline out. We're getting to the point where Jace would actually be really good. Yep, plays a mountain. Summoner's Pack. Yeah, I think we have to negate that. Because it could get Rex Age, probably. Nope, not happening. I guess you gotta test it, just in case. Search for Iskanta. Activation. I think we gotta take Spreading Seas. Spreading Seas of Valakut. Draw a Jace anyway. Ruined Halo on Primeval Titan. Pass the turn. So now our opponent needs an untap land to be able to attack with Primeval Titan. So that's the upside of this line, is if we can keep our enchantments ahead of the amount of mana our opponent has. Because once Primeval Titan attacks, it's going to be able to get more lands, which will then make attacking easier. So we'd actually love to just find another enchantment. Opponent passes. Field of Ruin. Let's play Jace. Play Jace. Brainstorm. Journey to Nowhere counts. Oh boy, and a negate? Field of Ruin on top. So now we get to Journey to Nowhere, Primeval Titan. Pass the turn. Wow, we might be doing it. Opponent, attacking even more expensive. Can't do it. Yup. Brainstorm with Jace. Oh, Tutelage. I think we gotta shuffle it away for now. Put back Tutelage, put back Field of Ruin. Play Field of Ruin. Hit the other Valakut. Grab our last island. Pass the turn. Leave up the negate. We've got our way through the Valakuts, though. I mean, we're still a little bit in danger if our opponent can find a Rexage, because we can't negate that. Passing. Oh boy. Search for his Kata. Find us some Jaces. We will take Unraveler of Secrets. Can never have too many Jaces. Now we will start ticking up Jace. Search for tomorrows. Can stay on top. Play Jace. Is our opponent scooping it up? Ah! Jace Tribal! Jace Tribal, we got there! We got there! Locking him! Locking him out! Oh man, we played so many Jaces! Oh, that was pretty spectacular. Alright, against the odds time. Playing some Jace Tribal in Modern. Okay. Temple Garden, untapped, and Wild Nagadal. Well, Colonnade's super good draw. Wooded Foothills. So this is probably some sort of Bloodbraid Elf zoo deck, I would assume. Opponent's gonna crack, pump the Wild Nagadal, Stomping Grounds. Untap, down to 15. Hits us... Curd Ape. Oh, yes. This is old school zoo. Well, play the island, and I think we just Journey Nagadal. Pass the turn. Next turn we can Field of Ruin, get mana, fix our mana, and also path something. Not impossible our opponent only has one basic. More Curd Apes. Oh, come on, Detention Sphere. Or white mana. That works. Ruined Halo on Curd Ape seems like a reasonable option. Grab a Plains, Ruined Halo, Curd Ape. Gotcha. That's basically a Detention Sphere for Curd Apes. I feel like this Sphere of Safety is just going to be game. Mystic Gate. Oh, play Field of Ruin. Yeah, we just got to pass. Oh, we're going to win this in the boringest possible way. We're just going to play Sphere of Safety and our opponent's going to concede. Helix down to 11. I mean, I guess it's not impossible. They could burn us out. Once we play Sphere of Safety, then we can safely cast our party Jace. Let's kill the red mana. Ugh, Boros Charm down to 7. Grab an island. Opponent gets a forest. Out of red mana at least. Good to know. Play Mystic Gate. And we're just going to use Sphere of Safety. Wow! Opponent scoops it up! Not even going to try to draw into burn spell. Well, bring in Supreme Verdict. Bring in Timely Reinforcements. Bring in Ruined Halo. Maybe the Wrath of God. Go down. I think Negate. Maybe Oblivion Ring. And probably Spreading Seas. Let's try it like that. Mulligan time. Oh dear. Mulligan time. Alright. Well, to the bottom. I mean, Supreme Verdict could be good. Although we know our opponent has Boros Charm. Flooded Strand cracks it. Opponent. Sacred Foundry. Untap down to 17. And Lavamancer. Colonnade. Go. Well, let's see if there's any chance we can win on the Mull to 5. Gets in for 1 with Lavamancer. Yep. Cracks it. Breeding Pool. Oh, this is probably a Geist deck. Wild Nagadal. Opponent passes. Flooded Strand. Crack it. Grab a Plains. And Ruined Halo. Yep. Bolt down to 15. I think we just name Wild Nagadal. And then hope that this Supreme Verdict is enough to save us. Opponent. Getting in for 1. Down to 14. And passes. Well, play Colonnade. Pass the turn. Bolts our face down to 11. Ugh. Steam Vents. Untapped. Oh, come on. Play a Geist. Play a Geist. Ugh, Mantis Rider. That's hasty damage. Well, we're going to be down to 7. We do get to Wrath. We get to Wrath and then hopefully follow up with a Jace of some kind. More Wraths. Well, Supreme Verdict. Clear the board. Pass the turn. 2 cards in hand for our opponent. We're down to 7. Not more Mantis Riders. Oh, dear. Down to 4, which means Boros Charm is the death of us. Planes. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just have to Supreme Verdict again. Mantis Rider is super good. Oh no. Looks like Bloodbraid Elf. So many hasty threats. Bloodbraid into Mantis Rider seems absurd. Deck seems naturally good against Wrass. There's Bloodbraid. Loam Lion. Dropping to 1, and I guess we gotta hit a Wrath to have any slight hope. We need to Terminus, I think, is our best bet. Jace Bellerin. Alrighty then. Well, Mantis Rider, good magic card. I don't know if we're gonna change anything. We get to play first. It's a lot of lands. We're actually going to keep this. Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. I mean, this makes sure we can cast all of our stuff. We're a control deck. Normally, just hitting land drops is good. Little worried that our opponent's deck is so aggressive, but we do have a Celestial Purge. Wild Nicottle. Oh boy. More lands. Instant regret. Instant regret. Opponent hits us down to 18. Apparently no land or no mountain. Or they just didn't want that 1 damage. That works too. We're not going to complain. Breeding Pool. Definitely going to need to find a Wrath. There's a Goyf. Play the Island. Play Detention Sphere. Get rid of Wild Nicottle. Goyf is still just hitting for 1. Loam Lion. Definitely need to draw a Wrath. Tribal Flames down to 14. Pumps the Goyf down to 12. Come on, Wrath. We have a lot of you in our deck. Wrath, Colonnade. Well, Colonnade go. Opponent. Well, there's Mantis Rider. Purge it. Well, Wrath, we need a Wrath. We're to the Wrath or bust part of the game. Opponent hits us down to 7. Jace the Mind Sculptor, better than all. Well, play Jace. Brainstorm with Jace. Put back planes, put back planes. Play Flooded Strand. Crack Flooded Strand. Get an island. Serum Visions. Ugh. Bottom, bottom. Well, we're probably just dead. Gut Shot. Gut Shot gets the job done here. And we didn't draw a Wrath. Yep. Well, maybe we should have mulliganed. Down to 1. Got the Gut Shot. Lavamancer. Brainstorm. Alright. Can't find it. Can't find the Wrath. Oh, we had a lot in our deck too at that point. Alright. Alright. Against the odds time. We are mulliganing with Jace Tribal in Modern. Yeah, no lands, no keep. Alright, we're going to try this because of Serum Visions, and on the mulligan, maybe it's a good leyline matchup. You never know. Sometimes you get the free wins. Darkslick Shores and Opt. So, Grixis control. Opponent passing. Well, let's Island and Serum Visions. Verdict bottom, land top, and ship the turn. Opponent, Ad Nauseam, Ad Nauseam, Ad Nauseam with Opt. They can beat Leyline main deck with Lab Maniac. Holy Ops. Opponent passes. Play Colonnade, pass the turn. Yeah, I don't know if we have a shot here. It will be interesting. Probably our best bet is to randomly mill Lab Maniac. Opponent plays a Scry land. And Serum Visions. Opponent passing. Their hand has to be awesome. Ooh, Little Jace is nice. Let's Flooded Strand, crack Flooded Strand, grab Hallowed Fountain, untapped, and Tutelage. Pass the turn. We gotta get really lucky with our mills. That's where we're at. Opponent can potentially win next turn with Lotus Blue mana. More Ops. Well, come on, Tutelage. We need some luck. City Brass. And Unlife. Alright, so our opponent is... They gotta be able to combo next turn. We just have to... mill the Lab Maniac. Come on, Tutelage. Lab Maniac, please. Ad Nauseam milled. Well, play Jace. Yeah, we'll draw a card. Come on, Tutelage. Oh, there's Mind Sculptor. Mill it, mill it. Oh, 2 lands. Alright. Well, we should be dead now. Pass the turn. Opponent gets their mana. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely that our opponent does not win here. Winning? More Unlifes. Jeez, they don't have it? Okay. Well, mill with Tutelage. Oh, man. If we mill Lab Maniac, I think we still win. Spoils of the Vault, Angel's Grace. Well, draw a card. Jace, do some milling. Yeah, we gotta go for it. Jace. Resolves. Alright. Brainstorm. 3 Tutelage triggers. Put back path, put back path. No lands. Come on. Mill it, mill it. Alright, another Angel's Grace milled. Unlife milled. Ad Nauseam milled. Lightning Storm Spirit Guide. We didn't mill it. Well, pass the turn. Pass the turn. Scryland, are we dead? We've milled some good things. 2 ad nauseams are down. They cast a million cantrips, though. I thought we were dead last turn, so I don't know why we're not dead yet. Opponent's passing? Oh my goodness. Well, mill our opponent. Still haven't milled it. Can we let our opponent draw? It's risky. Let's just cash in Jace. Mill. Brainstorm with Jace. Put back a couple pass. Unlive. Oh, we're not going to mill it, are we? Play Field of Ruin. We can mill 10 if this resolves. I mean, I guess we go for it. Jace. Memory Adept. Is this going to work? All right, Pact and Negation. Pass the turn. Angel's Grace, Angel's Grace, Angel's Grace. There's still one more Angel's Grace. All right, let's see. Opponent's got to do something about the Pact. Oh, they're just going to pay? Okay. Opponent pays. Yup. I think we're doing it. I can't believe this is working, but I think it is. We're going to mill our opponent out. There's no Lab Maniac yet. We mill with Tutelage. Brainstorm with Jace. Put back the Search for his Kantas. Trigger. 6 cards. Play another Jace Mind Sculptor. Keep the new Jace. Brainstorm with Jace. And I think we did it. 3 more mill triggers. Put back 2 random cards. Mill. Opponent 0 cards. No Lab Maniac on the battlefield. Wow. This has to be one of the least... the least likely wins. Alright. Angel's Grace. So our opponent's not dead yet. They spend their last Angel's Grace. Play Lab Maniac. 2 cards in hand. Cracks. City of Brass. Path? Gonna beat Ad Nauseam? I mean, Ad Nauseam doesn't draw anyway, but... no cards in hand. It's like Jace Ultimate, but it didn't. Opponent passes, we mill nothing. We'll just be polite and pass. And our opponent scoops it up, taking down Ad Nauseam, Jace Tribal. Well, our opponent countered one of our Jaces, but we got 2 Jaces down that game. Against Ad Nauseam, Negate's in for sure. Ley Lines of Sanctity are fine. Ugh. Ruined Halo, I guess. We gotta go down creature removal stuff. Terminus, Supreme Verdict, Wrath, Path to Exiles. Maybe we gotta keep 1 path because we just don't have other options. I guess paths are better than Sphere of Safety. Sphere of Safety is just as dead as it gets. Try it like that. Okay. 2 negates is good, and we got a lot of Jace value. Leyline. Ugh. Well, Tutelage doesn't target. I don't actually think Leyline is good against us. Serum Visions for our opponent. Bottom, top. Colonnade, go. Pass the turn. Another Seachrome Ghost. And Serum Visions. And Serum Visions. Opponent's just getting everything set up. Opponent passes. I'll play the island. Jace 1. Friend's Prodigy. Pass the turn. Darkslick Shores. And there's Unlife. Yup. Opponent passes. Well, loot with Jace. Discard Leyline. Let's just Field of Ruin pass the turn. Opponent opts. We could have got down Bellerin. City of Brass. And Prism. Alright, not going to counter that. I guess we're just going to have to leave up these negates forever. Get rid of City of Brass. Grab a Plains. Loot with Jace. Discard Leyline. Play an island, pass the turn. Opponent, Temple. Scries to the bottom. And passes. Loot with Jace. Discard Ruined Halo. Play the island. Play Detention Sphere. There's Angel's Grace. Well, if our opponent has Pact and Negation, they got us. Come on. No Pact. No Pact. Oh, lordy. Alright. Well, dodge the bullet. Get rid of the Unlife. Yes, please. Pass the turn. Oh, we might be good. Opponent's 2 combo pieces away now. Oh, wow. Naked Ad Nauseam. Spirit Guide. Thoughtseize. Angel's Grace. Pact. Prism. Lightning Storm. Opt. Leyline. Unlife. Opponent stops. Suspends Lotus Bloom. Suspends Lotus Bloom. Suspends Lotus Bloom. Temple. All we need is to untap land and we can win with Colonnade. Opponent passes. Got a discard. Angel's Grace. Prism. Leyline. Unlife. And that's Field of Ruin. Alright, well, we gotta go for it. I mean, I think this works. Colonnade. And we got there. Well... we got the Jace Mill kill in round 1. In round 2, Jace Friend's Prodigy was enough. Just looting was enough all by itself. Sweet. Alright. against the odds time. Playing some Jace Tribal in Modern. Oh dear. Well, okay. Opponent's playing Affinity. We have Supreme Verdict if we live long enough. There's Vault Scourge. Opponent passing. Well, Colonnade, go. Opponent just blasts our face. Yeah, on the draw, we'll see our opponent's hand. Definitely might not be fast enough to Supreme Verdict. Edge Champion. Gets in for 1. Gotta avoid the cranial plating. Opponent hits us down to 15. Well, let's play the Island. Spreading Seas Spire. Draw Jaces. Well, if we can stabilize, we have lots of Jaces to take over. Mountain. Ravager. Opponent. Getting in. More Galvanic Blasts. Down to 8. Play Field of Ruin. And I guess we just passed the turn. There's a chance we survive. Opponent goes attacking. Yep. Down to 4. Yeah, I guess we gotta hit Spire of Industry. Grab the planes. Ooh, no basic is good. Field of Ruin. And Supreme Verdict. Pass the turn. Oh, we are super close to stabilizing. Opponent. Land. And Signal Pest. Alright, yup. Well, here comes the Jaces. Here comes the Jace. Huh? Okay. Opponent passes. Well, Jace 1. Brainstorm. Put back. Search for Iskanta and Jace. Play the planes. Pass the turn. We're very close to Jace Tron. Ornithopter. Okay. Opponent passing. Well, Path Signal Pest. Oh, Jace. Here comes the Jaces. Play a land. Jace number 2. Unraveler of Secrets. Scry draw. Search for Iskanta to the bottom. Take up Jace. Leave our opponent with the Mox Opal. And I think Jace Tron might be doing it. I think we just... 2 Jaces and our opponent scoops it up. Oh, cannot take it. So, Stony Silence is in, Timely Reinforcements in, Wrath in, Going Down, Leylines of Sanctity, Oblivion Ring, Ruined Halo. Maybe we go 1 Jace Friends Prodigy instead of 2. Try it like that. Alright, this hand is fine. That's about what our hands look like, in all honesty. We'll keep. Darksteel Citadel, Mox Opal, Signal Pest. Opponent loves just firing off that Galvanic Blast. No interest in saving it for future Jaces. Opponent passing. Hallowed Fountain, tapped. Pass the turn. Inkmoth Nexus, and Cranial Plating, and Equips. Yep, well, we're taking 4. Down to 12. Play Field of Ruin, Journey to Nowhere. Get rid of Signal Pass, pass the turn. Glimmer Void. Alright, here comes some Infect damage. Yep, taking 5, which is kind of a lot. Opponent hits us with Inkmoth. Yep, up to 5 Infect. Opponent's trying to kill us every possible way. Ooh, little Jace. Well, play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Opponent. More Platings. And Steel Overseer. Well, let's get rid of the Inkmoth. Grab an Island. Flooded Strand. Crack it. Grab a Plains. And I think it's just Jace, the Mind Sculptor. Better than all. Bound Steel Overseer. Worse than Jace, the Mind Sculptor. Since Jace is better than all. Pass the turn. Opponent's probably wishing they had that Galvanic Blast in hand. Spire of Industry. Steel Overseer. Returns. And another Plating. Opponent passes. Detention Sphere. Brainstorm with Jace. Hit our land drops, hopefully. Or not. Put back Jace. Put back Jace. Serum Vision. Draw Jace. Alright, Jace bottom. Field of Ruin top. Detention Sphere. Get rid of all the Cranial Platings. Whew! Alright, pass the turn. Pass the turn. More Jaces are coming. Opponent. Getting in it, Jace. Sure. Down to 1. And passes. Well, Brainstorm with Jace. Put back Spreading Seas Sphere of Safety. Play Jace. Number 2. Oh, really? Opponent! Oh, ruining our funsies. Alright. Kill Steel Overseer. Out of spite. Play Celestial Colonnade. Pass the turn. Well, we got more Jaces where that one came from, but I did kind of want to draw cards with Party Jace. And our opponent scoops it up. It's actually hard to play Jace Tribal, we're figuring out, because it only takes like 1 or 2 Jaces and our opponent scoops it up. So it's actually hard to get all the Jaces on the battlefield. Just one Jace is too good. And that's Affinity. That's supposed to be our bad matchups. Sweet. Alright, against the odds time. Playing some Jace Tribal in Modern, and this hand's the Dream and the Nightmare. I think we gotta ship it. Alright, that's actually a lot better. And we'll keep certain visions. Bloodstained Mire for our opponent. Cracks it. Blood Crypt, untapped. And Thoughtseize. Has some options. Takes the path. Opponent's gonna go aggro. Well, that's Island and certain visions. Jace bottom. Pass the turn. Opponent. Looting. Terminus seems insane. Oh, it's Mardu Pyromancer, I see. Well, planes go. Opponent. Pyromancer. And passes. Let's play Field of Ruin. Yeah, I guess we better just Detention Sphere. It would have been nice to wait and just get rid of everything with Terminus, but this feels safest. Pass the turn. More young Pyromancers. Opponent passes. Well, Spreading Seas. Come on, land. Let's just pass. We have 2 wraths in hand. I don't really want to give our opponent their 3rd land drop. Alright. Opponent's comboing with Young Pyromancer. Manamorphose. Draws a card. Red-black. Inquisition. Alright. Yeah. I mean, they can take the path. There goes path. And looting. Opponent's just going to town. Lingering Souls. Young Pyromancer. Land. Gets in for 2. Well, come on, deck. Alright. This is not happening. We're just not finding this Wrath mana. Opponent untaps. Goes to combat. Hits us. 4/6. Yup. Thoughtseize. Yeah, now we're in trouble. Takes Verdict. Yeah, kill Blood Crypt. Get an island. Just in case we draw planes. Grab an island. Come on, land. Not happening. Well, that's Detention Sphere. Get rid of the tokens. Oh, alright. Pass the turn. We need to live long enough to Jace, Brainstorm back Terminus, cast Terminus, but it's looking grim. And there's the Bedlam Reveler. Discard some jank. Gets in with Pyromancer. Down to 11. Man, this is brutal. Brutality. This is the worst. Pass the turn. Well, we did mulligan. Opponent plays a land. Looting. Gets a token. Discard some cards. Gets in. 4/2. Down to 9. Yup. Well, we're running out of time. We're probably already out of time. Well, there's a land finally. Flooded Strand. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab a plains. Wrath of God. I think it's probably too late, though. Opponent cracks. Because they have 2 Lingering Souls in their graveyard. Lightning Bolt down to 5. Yeah, we just are way late on the old land drawing plan. Looting. Pyromancer. And Bedlam Reveler. Draws some more cards. Plays a land. And passes. And we scoop it up. Yeah, magic odds were not in our favor on that one. Not even a little. Oh my god. Rest in Peace is in. Supreme Verdict, Wrath in. Leyline's probably in. Maybe Celestial Purge. Go down Journey. Ruined Halo. Oblivion Ring. Go down Spreading Seas. And go down one path. Try it like that. Alright, we get to play first. And we're going to keep this almost 100% because we're starting with Leyline. Also, we get to Flooded Strand to find a land to play Search for Iskanta. So Islands or Envisions, oh dear god. Not like this deck. Well, we scribed... Oh, that's not good. That's not even a little good. We need to top deck a land. Opponent Marsh Flats cracks it. Swamp. Inquisitions themselves. Gets rid of their Lingering Souls. Come on, land. Please, deck. Alright, there's a plains. That's good. So now we get to Search for Iskanta. And now we can hopefully hit our land drops. There's the Lingering Souls. Search for Iskanta. Well, we can't mill the land, so play Colonnade, pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. Gets in. 4/2. Yep. Down to 17. And there's Liliana. Takes up. Yeah, let's discard Search for Iskanta. Opponent discards Bedlam Reveler. Search for Iskanta. We'll keep the plains. Play the plains. And let's just Detention Sphere Liliana. Pass the turn. We do need to find another basic island because of this Blood Moon. Blood Crypt. Untapped. There's the Blood Moon. Gets in 4/2. Yep. Search for Iskanta. Can't mill Supreme Verdict. Actually, I think we just cast it and kill the spirits. Pass the turn. Oh, Faithless Looting. Whew, that's a good one. Wow! Okay, interesting. Hits our island. And we would have had Jace mana, but we don't have Jace mana. Play Leyline, pass the turn. Wow, they're sideboarding in Molten Rains. Well, opponent's doing the run goods. Bedlam Reveler, yup, draws 3. Search for Skanta. Mill the Jace that we can't cast. Serum Visions. Bottom, since we can't cast those cards. Pass the turn. Sacred Foundry. Faithless Looting for our opponent. Yeah, our hand lined up pretty well, but our opponent had some surprising sideboard cards, and we did not find our Rest in Peace. Nile Spellbomb, not a relevant Magic card. Opponent, getting in with Bedlam Reveler. Yep, that's a big hit. Well, search for Skanta. We do need Path. No, we will not transform. Play Jace. Marsh Flats. Manamorphose. Okay. Pumps the Reveler. Draws a card. Adds white mana. Will they draw Lingering Souls? Alright, Faithless Looting. Alright, Dreadbore on our Jace. Sure. We really need to find another island. Opponent goes attacking. Well, let's Path. It's tempting to Path our own Jace to get the island, but then we take such a big beating. Island? We will keep Detention Sphere. No transformation. Detention Sphere. Get rid of the Blood Moon. Pass the turn. Well, see what our opponent's got. They're down to 1 card. Land. 1 card left. Young Pyromancer. Alright, that's fine. We might actually be doing it. Search for Skanta. Mill Leyline. Flip. Ooh, and that's a Rest in Peace. Well, I think we need to Jace here. Brainstorm. Put back Sphere. Put back Rest in Peace. Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Purge Young Pyromancer. Alright, now we're to the point where we want to draw our Jaces. Pass the turn. Opponent not cracking the Spellbomb yet. Good God. Azareth the... Oh my God. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. That is how it's going to go. Hits us with Hazaret. Search for Skanta. Take Terminus. Play Rest in Peace. Wow, Hazaret cracks Nile Spellbomb in response for... Oh, I guess so he can draw their card. Alright. Draws a card. Cracks the Marsh Flats. Blood Crypt. And this actually means we're dead, unfortunately. We'll make our opponent do it, but they can just discard both cards to Hazaret. What a top deck. Well, I guess Jace Tribal can't win them all. Yup. Good God. Well, that was timely. Alright, against the odds time. Playing some Jace Tribal in Modern. And, yeah, well, we'll give this a shot. We got a Jace, got some removal. Blood Crypt for our opponent. And... Yes, I've never seen that before. Oh, Lord. Turn 1, Blood Crypt, untap, Death Shadow, go. Bonus that they misclicked, and I'm sure that's true. It still looks hilarious. Come on, Death Shadow number 2, you can do it. Oh, Inquisition. I'm sure this is what our opponent was intending to do last turn. Yeah, it takes Path. Yeah, they can just Kolaghan's Command it back. Polluted Delta. Let's play Mystic Gate. Pass the turn. Polluted Delta for our opponent. Breeding Pool. This is like 5-color Death Shadow. 4-color. Swamp. And passes. Well, play Flooded Strand. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. And let's just Serum Visions. Bottom. While we don't have a Path, Journey to Nowhere and Detention Sphere can get rid of creatures. Another land for our opponent. And passes. Play the island. Pass the turn. I don't think we can just slam Jace into Stubborn Denial. Maybe next turn. Overgrown Tomb. And the Tarm Father. And traverse. Gets a forest. And passes. Well, let's Journey to Nowhere. Get rid of the Goyf. Yeah, let's play Plains. Pass the turn. Forest. Whew. The hard cast the Street Wraith. Okay. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. When you're getting to the hard cast Street Wraith point of the game, things usually did not go how you hoped. Opponent. Passing. Let's Detention Sphere. Get rid of Street Wraith. Play Colonnade. Chip the turn. More Goyfs. Opponent. Passing. Well, play Jace. Brainstorm with Jace. We really wanted to land. Put back Tutelage. Put back Spreading Seas. Pass the turn. Upkeep. Path Goyf. Whew! Alright, no lands defined. Oh boy, this is looking pretty good, even with... We wanted to hit a land so we could leave up negate too. But even if our opponent, like, bolts our Jace, we have 3 more in hand. Opponent passes. Well, brainstorm. Ugh. Put back Spreading Seas, put back Detention Sphere. Play Jace Bellerin. Draw a card. Oh, the Jaces are piling up. The Jaces are piling up. Opponent passing. Oh man. We will hit lands eventually. Draw a card. There's Field of Ruin. Tick up Jace. Opponent's gonna shuffle it. Play Field of Ruin. Play Jace Unraveler of Secrets. 3 Jaces. Draw a card. Scry 1. Ah! Jace Tron! Opponent scoops it up to Jace Tron. Oh, and we had Memory Depth left over in hand with the Tutelage. That was about how we were hoping that would go. That was pretty close to exactly how we were hoping that would go. Okay. Jace Tron. I kind of want to bring in the ley lines. Go down a Ruined Halo. Probably go down the Spreading Seas. Rest in peace. Maybe go down 1 Sphere of Safety for another negate. Actually, maybe we should be bringing in Ruined Halo to name stuff. Maybe we do go down 1 Vryn's Prodigy since it dies. Alright, yeah, let's try it like that. Leyline seems great if we can have it in our opener. Alright. I like it. Leyline. Blanks a lot of our opponent's hand, and I don't even know if they have answers to it in their deck. I guess they probably have like a Maelstrom Pulse somewhere. Verdant Catacombs. Come on, turn 1 Dash Shadow, you can do it. Opponent gets to draw. I'll play the plains, pass the turn. Opponent cycles. Opponent cracks. Probably not going to be Thought Seizing us. Breeding Pool, untapped. Bloodstained Mire, also untapped. Watery Grave, down to 12. And Grimflea. Yup. I'll play Glacial Fortress, and we will just Journey to Nowhere. Get rid of old Grimflare. Pass the turn. Polluted Delta. Cracks it. Swamp. And Maelstrom Pulse. Alright, well, we got through the Pulse, and it was not hitting our ley line. So, Ruined Halo, and I guess we gotta name Grimflare. Play the island, pass the turn. Another land for our opponent. Death Shadow. And passes. Well, play Flooded Strand. Play Ruined Halo. On Death Shadow. Hope our opponent doesn't have Abrupt Decay. Not yet. Blood Crypt. Tapped. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. Jace is just gonna die. But I think it's worth it. Yeah, let's play a Jace. Brainstorm with Jace. Put back Leyline, put back Hallowed Fountain, play Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Verdant Catacombs, opponent. Wow, does not realize. Okay. Hallowed Fountain tapped. This only gives us protection, so they could be attacking. Oh, that's a Wrath. Well, Brainstorm with Jace. Put back Jace, put back Wrath of God. Play a Jace, pass the turn. So we have up Path and Celestial Purge if our opponent realizes they can start attacking our Jace. I mean, Ruined Halo, it's not all that intuitive, because just you have protection seems like you shouldn't be able to attack, but Jace is technically not us in this scenario. Alright, opponent gets to traverse. Probably looking for a threat that is not haloed. Thrun. Ugh. Okay. But can't cast it? Collective Brutality to kill our Jace. Alright. Can't stop it. Well, Celestial Purge Grimflare. Path to Exile Death Shadow. And I guess it's time to start tutelaging. Opponent gets a land. Play Sphinx's Tutelage. Brainstorm. Put back D-Sphere and Island. Start milling our opponent. Come on, double hits. Seems unlikely in this match. Oh, double hit. Milling, milling, milling. So play Field of Ruin, and we are going to hit the green source on the off chance that our opponent can't actually cast their Thrun. And it's a GG, they can't cast the Thrun! Oh, Jace! Tutelage! Oh my god. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The Field of Ruin. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. And our post scoops it up. Well, Jace Tribal, getting it done. So what do we learn this week about Jace Tribal in Modern? And overall, the deck worked surprisingly well. We played 6 matches, won 4 of them, which is like 66%. As far as games we played 13, we won 9, which is like 69%. So a pretty positive record for Jace Tribal in Modern. And overall, I think it's a good news, bad news situation. So the good news is we did get to do what we set out to do. We got Jace Tron. We had 3 different Jaces on the battlefield at once. We won with Sphinx's Tutelage, milling our opponent out with Jaces and brainstorming and all that stuff. So that was the sweet part of the deck. The other part of the deck, which I was a little disappointed about, was that the biggest problem with Jace Tribal is how good Jace the Mind Sculptor is. That was one of the things we ran into, was we would get down to Jace the Mind Sculptor and we would be brainstorming and trying to find other Jaces, and our opponent would just scoop. Because Jace the Mind Sculptor is so good on a fairly stable board that our opponent wasn't even willing to like sit it out and let us find Jace Memory Depth and Jace Unraveler Secrets and Jace Architect of Thought and Jace Vryn's Prodigy and Jace Bellerin. So it was actually harder to really be Jace Tribal than we wanted it to be, because Jace the Mind Sculptor just closed out games on its own, at least from our opponent's perspective. There were even games when we intentionally tried to be not threatening with Jace, where we could have been plussing to make sure our opponent didn't draw anything. They had an empty board, an empty hand, would have locked out the game, and we intentionally tried to brainstorm the less threatening of the options to try to find our Jaces, and our opponent still scooped it up to Jace. So it's just really, really hard to get multiple Jaces on the battlefield, because the deck works in one or two ways. Either it goes wrong, we don't do anything, our opponent kills our stuff, we don't draw our lands. That was the biggest reason we lost games, actually, was not drawing our lands in some of our matchups. So either we just do nothing, or our opponent scoops it up before we get Jaces on the battlefield. So there were only a few situations where we actually got to do what we were wanting to do, because our opponent would just scoop it up so early. So Jace the Mind Sculptor is insane. While it's probably true that you don't need Sphinx's Tutelage to win with Jace the Mind Sculptor, it is a super sweet way to win, and I really do think that for Jace Tribal in specific, where you're playing a whole bunch of Jaces, I do think it's the best way to close out the game, and it does give the wins, and it does provide enough value. Otherwise, the plan of using Sphere of Safety and Leyline of Sanctity as Jace protection was very solid. Like, the enchantment-based removal was good, Sphinx's Tutelage obviously helping there as well, Sphere of Safety keeping our Jaces alive. It was amazing against the Titan Shift deck, being able to keep our opponent from attacking with their Primeval Titan. So overall, I think some of the kind of support cards in the deck were very impressive, specifically Sphere of Safety, which is one of the better ways of protecting planeswalkers from creatures. So I was pretty happy about that, especially in a deck like this, where your first thought is, oh, I should probably play Ensnaring Bridge, but if your goal is to just draw cards every time with a bunch of Jaces, it's really hard to actually stay empty-handed for Ensnaring Bridge. So Sphere of Safety with the Tension Spheres and O-Rings and all of our enchantment-based stuff, Search for Azcanta, Spreading Seas, does a really good job of protection, and Leyline of Sanctity shutting down Lightning Bolts is really sweet as well. So I'm definitely interested in experimenting more with those cards, along with our Jaces and our Jace the Mind Sculptor in specific. Some of the other Jaces are good, and I was impressed by Jace the Mind Sculptor, Unraveler of Secrets, Jace Architect of Thought and Bellerin. Sometimes see Fringe play along with Jace Vryn's Prodigy, but they all just pale in comparison to Jace the Mind Sculptor, which is so absurd. So overall, deck was fun. I wish we did fun things more often, but our opponents scooped really early. But we did assemble Jace Tron. We did mill our opponents out with Sphinx's Tutelage. So Jace the Mind Sculptor put up super solid record. Anyway, that's been our good odds for this week. Jace Tribal for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.